Let's look at some verses from another prophet of doom, Hosea. Take a few minutes to read the beautiful language and imagery of this prophet. There seems to be complaining here also, but doesn't the imagery remind you of a very long-standing coupling institution, a socially sanctioned bonding of two individuals? Yes, marriage. Now, who is the hubby and who is the wife? Yes, Yahweh is the husband and Israel is the wife. But Israel is playing the role of a harlot. Do you know what a harlot is? These are some of the terms that students have used as synonymous for harlot. Slut, skank, hoe, floozy, lady of the night, prostitute. You get the idea. Israel is being unfaithful to Yahweh, either with sacred prostitution, but more frequently by worshiping other gods. Israel is being unfaithful. Besides the other definitions of covenant, Hosea is using marriage as a metaphor. These ancient tribes are still in a process of learning the monotheistic ideal. Look at the verse that states, "Little she knew, it was I who had given her the grain and oil and wine." God, speaking through Hosea, is teaching the ancient Israelites that their God can also be a God of fertility. An interesting biographical note about Hosea was that God had told Hosea to marry a woman named Gomer. And guess what? Gomer stepped out on Hosea, and there were kids involved and paternity issues. Then Gomer came back to Hosea and asked to be forgiven for her harlot ways. Did Hosea forgive her? Yes, the same way that Yahweh would forgive Israel if she stopped stepping out on God. But I know you are asking, why would God ask Hosea to marry someone like Gomer? Might this drama have been part of a much larger lesson in our metaphor of monotheistic striving? Both Amos and Hosea are examples of early literary prophets with actual books in the Hebrew Bible. Their prophetic focus were the tribes in the northern kingdom. As mentioned before, the tribes in the north failed to heed the warnings of such prophets, and Assyria would take over Samaria/Israel, causing the 10 lost tribes to be assimilated by other cultures.